I've been thinking a lot about this bill. I want to speak to you as somebody who is a business owner. First of all, I want to acknowledge the fact that the Dynamex Corporation was 100% wrong and the courts got it right. They were employees and they 1099 them, and that's wrong. But the trucks they were driving were 26,000 GVW and under. That means that any one of you in this building that doesn't have a commercial driver's or commercial license can drive those trucks. I happen to be an owner of a trucking company, and I believe I'm the only one on this floor that has a Class 1 license to drive an 80,000-pound vehicle in California. I may be wrong. I stand corrected if there is somebody that has one. Let me tell you what you have to have that license to drive that truck, and then what you have to own that truck. You have to have a CA number, $185 a year, permitted by the state of California. You have to be enrolled in a drug program. You have to be tested randomly whenever your number is drawn. You have to be in the pull notice program, which means if you have a driver that's driving your vehicle and gets pulled over, you're notified that they got pulled over and you're aware of what's happening in the traffic. You have to be in a bitten inspection, which is another $185 a year, and you're biannually inspected. Every 90 days you have to have your truck inspected by a commercial officer. It costs about $2,800 to license a truck, and it costs about $7,000 with license and insurance to insure a truck. The people that drive trucks that are over 26,000 GVWs are in business. For real. Now I want to share a little more about what I've seen in this bill. We talked about picking winners and losers, and we are picking winners and losers. If we want to do the right thing for business, people that are in business, we would exempt business to business. That's what needs to happen here. I got involved in, as many of you know, I'm a farmer. My family homesteaded here in California. I have less than 10 employees. I've never had, actually over 5 that I'm aware of. And I've heard of the last 6.5 years that I've been in this legislature, just recently to the Senate. But you know, we had the minimum wage bill. And I got up and spoke about how it was going to affect my workers. And I heard that the minimum wage was, you couldn't afford to, raise a family on the minimum wage. And I agree 100%. But the minimum wage was not designed to raise a family. It was a starting level wage. And then I heard that you farmers get the ag overtime exemption, and how, and there was a speech on the floor in the assembly that referred to us as slave owners. Now, we use that ag overtime exemption for when we harvest and when we plant. And yes, I will share, there's probably some bad apples out there that abuse those situations. And there's bad apples in every single profession. But there are literally tens of thousands of people who want to be in business and want to be that independent truck driver, or that anesthesiologist who goes from hospital to hospital, or that physical therapist. So I was thinking about so many bills when I thought of this bill, and I thought, am I going to make an impact on any individuals on this floor with a speech from my heart? I'm not leaving California. I will run my business until this body or this policy-making body runs me out of business, because I'm not leaving, because I believe that people that are in business aren't on this floor and understand what we have to go through to operate a business and give a job to the middle class of this state. We have a POG exemption for union construction companies, but not everybody in California gets a POG exemption, because the trial attorneys want to have the ability to go hammer on other people that they don't like. So we do pick winners and losers here. We have the California Air Resources Board that took the truck that I have and said it couldn't be on the roads after 2018 because of air quality standards. When I bought it, it met the meaning of the law. I believe that's a takings on the Constitution, but not here in California. We can control, for the better of the people of California and the air quality, we can make you retrofit your vehicle. We didn't make everybody that owned a car retrofit theirs, but just the people that own trucks or construction equipment. I fall under all those rules as a small business owner in California. You know, I know that this speech is not going to change the minds of any person on this floor, because I've given it many times. So I thought, what would make a difference in California? What would actually make my story resonate with this body and the body in the other house? And I can't think of anything else to say. But I will tell you this, maybe it's time that the dairyman who's getting regulated by groundwater, the farmer, the truck driver, and he said, maybe we need to organize. Maybe it's time that we organize. You know what? And we say, we're going to not give you, you get your glass of milk and your loaf of bread when I get through this hell of a permit process to give it to you. Maybe we should organize. Maybe Uber and Lyft should just turn off their app and let us deal without their services that they give. Maybe that's the solution. Maybe we need to bring a reality check to people who just want to provide a decent job, put food on the table for Californians. So for all the things I just stated, members, I love you all. I've invited you to my district. I try to share my life with you about the things that we do in business. I'm one of those people who are struggling. And when this economy turns, it's going to be even worse. Please stop picking winners and losers. Let's do the right thing. Let's make just laws for people that are trying to make a living and trying to provide a job for individuals. Let's stop getting between me and my employees. I don't need a bargaining unit between me and my employees. I love my employees. I want them to put their kids through college. I want them to buy a home. I want them to live the American dream as well. But this body and the policies that are coming out of here are not working for my little small business. So I plead with you, give us some grace. Give us a break, because we're struggling and it is difficult. And please listen to our story. I urge a no vote on this bill. Thank you for listening.